happy Wednesday to all those fathers out there as we dive into episode 2 of the Fighting for Fatherhood podcast. Today is Wednesday, the hump day, so we are diving into a physical attribute today. We're diving into the importance of actually working out on a daily basis, and this is coming from the example of myself where I am today starting to get back into the daily gym routine and getting back into the gym no matter how hard it is, how long I do it, how minimal I attempt, just getting into the physical attributes of getting into the gym every single day. And I want to hit on this for a minute because there's a lot of misconception around this, and there's a lot of misunderstanding in like how beneficial this can be, especially when you are a father who's setting the example for children around you. For instance, you have to be in peak physical condition if you're going to be able to be a part of your kids' lives. You cannot be the dad who is 70 pounds overweight with a beer gut and sitting on the couch and able to go play sports with your kids and do the things that they actually enjoy. You can't contribute to their lives and livelihood throughout their ages as they grow and develop if you're overweight, out of breath, bad heart condition, and you can't actually take care of anything. You have to be in a physical peak condition in order to be able to be the best father and be able to set the example for your kids. So we have to figure out how to eliminate that lazy dad bod that most fathers end up getting into the trap of because of how busy life gets. You have to make this a priority. You have to focus on you so that you can focus on your kids. Like you can't just give all the time and actually be the best father. You have to have a time set aside that you're actually going to pour into yourself and develop yourself as well. And so for a lot of dads, that ends up being the time in the gym. Now, this doesn't have to be the only time. Being in the gym regardless should be one of your times where you're pouring in to yourself to be able to grow. It doesn't matter if it's the AM, the PM, midday. I don't care when you do it, but if you have that point of the day where you're not at work and you're not having to be super dad, you have that time where you can just be yourself and work and grow and develop on yourself. And typically when I'm doing the gym, I'm also working on my mental at the same time through podcasts and books and stuff like that. And so when you're in this state of having this time to yourself, you're actually going to notice how much better of a father you're being because you're able to take a little bit of time a day, focus on you, and then you're able to have more of yourself to give back to your kids because you poured into yourself. It's kind of like a glass, right? And if you fill a glass with water and all you do as a father is you pour into your kids, eventually your glass runs out of water. So you have to be pouring back into your own glass. And typically this is what dads do when they have their time to develop and grow themselves. If you're not growing yourself, eventually you're never going to have something to offer your kids, and you have to have something to offer them. So you have to make going to the gym a priority where you're pouring into yourself as well. And if that's not enough of an encouragement, you have to remember your kids want to be like you. Your kids want to follow you. It doesn't matter if you have girls or boys. Like your kids want to be more like you, and you're setting the example and the standard for what it means to take care of your body. If you look at your kids right now and you're looking down at them and you want to think of them 20 years from now, overweight, lazy, sitting on the couch and not doing anything, and you're okay with that, you can probably just exit the show now because that's not what life is about. The whole point of the show is to help dads help grow their families. You should be looking at your kids right now and know that 20 years from now, you want them in the best condition of their life, but they're following your example. And if you're not setting an example of what it means to actually be in physical condition, your kids are never going to know what it's like. They look to you for that example. You have to be setting that example. You're called to set that example. It has to be a part of who you are and what you're doing as a father. So if you're actually striving to be the best version of a father that you can be, then you have to make the gym a priority. And it doesn't matter if it's at the gym in a physical building. If you're every day working out in the garage doing sit-ups and pull-ups, it doesn't matter if you're even just going on a run every single day. If every single day your kids see your dedication, your determination, and your self-reliance in order to be able to put into yourself as well as take care of your body, your kids are going to model that and your kids are going to follow that. And that's what we're supposed to be doing as fathers. Not only should you be taking care of yourself just because you want to, but you are called to take care of yourself to show your kids what it means to take care of their body. Christ says that our body is a temple and we are to take care of it. We aren't supposed to worship and idolize it, but we're supposed to take care of our body as if it's a temple. And you're not doing that if you're putting in garbage into your body and never working out. Christ wants us to take care of the body, and as we do that, our followers will then see that. Our kids are our current examples. They're our mission. And so you have to take care of what God has given you at this time. And if you're not doing that, you're going to be falling short as a father. So figure out what it's going to take for you. Have the conversation with your wife. If you're not daily in the gym, then great. Figure out what it's going to take to make it a daily in the gym. And if you're already doing it, then great, kudos to you. That's awesome. Keep it up. And I just want to continue to encourage you in doing that because it's so important to do it and make it a priority. And as soon as it's a priority and a habit for you, it's not going to feel like it's time. For those who are starting off right now, as I'm trying to get back into the gym because I took a long break off, like it's really hard for me to figure out how to get back into the gym because I'm sacrificing a portion of my day and a portion of time out of my time in order to get back into the gym. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking at it as a sacrifice. But anybody who knows when the gym is just part of your routine and your ritual and how you handle the day, it doesn't feel like a loss of time because it's just what you do. So you just have to figure out how to get over the hurdle of what the time is going to take in order to get into the gym. And again, it doesn't matter how much you do. I'm not saying you have to get in there to lose weight. I'm not saying you have to get in there to gain muscle. I'm not saying you have to get in there and do anything in particular. Just get in there and do something. Get in there and do one thing that's going to physically contribute to your body. If you only go to the gym for 30 minutes and get on the treadmill, great. At least you went and you showed what it takes to take action, and you're showing your kids that example. So figure out what it's going to be for you. Get into the gym, make it a habit. It doesn't have to be daily like me, even if you're doing it 3 times a week or 4 times a week, even if it only is once a week to start. Figure out what it's going to take for you to make it regular and habit forming so that you are showing your family and your kids that example of what it means to take care of the body.